There we go. So today we're just doing the last two figures in the Doctor Who Warlord Games 4th Doctor and Companion set, and that's the Doctor and Harry. So all I've done is undercoated the flesh tones, just so we don't have to wait for that. And I'm just going to run some Reikland flesh shade into the flesh. There we go. So we're just going to let that dry and we can come back and do some shading. Okay, so the flesh wash is dry and we're going to use a slightly lightened flesh shade. So basically the flesh shade mixed with a tiny bit of white and a very dry brush. We're just going to bring out the highlights. Okay. And while I've got the white out, I'm going to do their eyeballs. There we go. And then a little bit of black for the eyeballs. There we go, and Harry's got dark brown hair, as is the Doctor. So I'm going to use wine oxide. There we go, so we're going to let them dry and then come back to them. Well, the hair's dry, so we're just going to dry brush a little bit of Mornfang brown on and then a little bit of white, and it should bring out the detail quite well. There we go. So I'm going to paint Harry's neckerchief, and that's just a bit of red. Harry's trousers, they're grey, so I'm going to use Dawnstone. And the Doctor's trousers are a very light brown colour, so I'm going to use as base coat Mornfang. And there we go, so we're going to let them dry and then come back. Okay, so we're going to paint Harry's blazer and we're going to paint that in blue. So I'm just going to use my Craggy blue. That's a really nice blue. And the Doctor's trousers are dry. We're going to dry brush that in a much lighter brown. So I'm just going to mix some white in with the brown. Okay, So I'm just going to run some flesh wash in the shirt areas for both Harry and a Doctor. Let them dry and we'll come back, do some more. Okay, so that's dry. So Harry's almost done, so all I'm going to do now is paint his gun black, ready for dry brushing it in gunmetal. I'm going to paint his shoes black, and then his buttons are gold, and then he's ready really just for dry brushing. There's a lot of work to do on Tom Baker, but let's get Harry finished. So we'll do some brown on his shoes. Okay. And then some gold for his blazer badges. I'm just going to use Balthazar gold. And we're just going to run some flesh colour into the shading, flesh shade, sorry, not flesh colour, into the jacket creases, just to dry up, ready for when we dry brush at the end. There we go. So that's Harry pretty much finished. So he's just got to dry off, and then we do a bit of white dry brushing just to bring out some detail, and like I say, do the gun in metallic. So we'll put them to one side, come back to Tom Baker's Doctor. Cheeky. Okay, so what we need to do is hat in brown, is coat in a sort of fawny colour. I'm going to mix a bit of grey with a bit of Xandri dust. So I'm going to use Dawnstone and Xandri dust. So we'll see what that comes out like. Going to do his hat in iron oxide. Well, I've got the brown, let's redo his collar. There we go. So we'll let that dry. Okay, so I've given K9 an undercoat of gunmetal, and we can pick out the details, and I've started to block in the scarf, and literally all I'm doing for this, you can follow patterns if you want it 100% accurate, but all I'm doing is getting some of the colours that are used and then just blocking them in a sort of random pattern. I won't show you painting all the scarf because that would be obviously quite tedious. I don't enjoy painting Tom's scarf when I'm doing the little figures for him because it gets very repetitive, but then all you're doing is picking out different colours, different sizes until you've filled up the whole scarf. So I'm going to carry on doing that, and we'll come back for a few more little detail bits and a dry brushing. I think we're pretty much almost there. Okay, so I've pretty much finished the figures now, so let's have a look at Harry. So what I've done is put some gunmetal on the gun. I've done the base in silver. I normally put grass on bases, but obviously from Ark in Space there's no grass. Bit of white dry brushing, very light dry brushing, just to make the details. And I think that's a really, really good figure. You can see who it is. It's in a good pose. I think that's one of the best of the set, really. Although I am a bit biased, I do like Harry. And then this is obviously the 4th Doctor. So I did a little bit of detail work on K9, finished the scarf, run some flesh wash just into the scarf to give it some detail. And again, this is a really nice pose. I like the fact it's got K9 on it. I hope we get to see like one of each of the Doctor's outfits that the 4th Doctor wore. It does need some matte varnish all over it because it's still a little bit glossy, because flesh wash does tend to leave a little bit of a gloss finish. So once this is completely dry, I'll matte varnish it and that'll bring it all together. But yeah, I think again, 2 excellent figures. So all in all, that's been a great little set. The 4th Doctor and Companions, which is this one. And if you're a Tom Baker fan, I highly recommend it. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Any comments you've got down below. If you want to see more of these videos, let me know. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.